ये तो लड़का है, ना ही इसकी वर्जिनिटी गई है, ना ही ये प्रेग्नेंट होगा। मर्द बन के रहे, ये क्या लड़कियों की तरह रो रहा है।
Rolling. Action.
This statement is of a father whose 9-year-old son was blackmailed with a video in which he was forced to perform fellatio on a boy of over 18 years of age. This exactly shows us how India treats and sees child sexual abuse of males. Hi, my name is Lokesh Pawar and I am a survivor of sexual abuse. And today I'm here to let you know that being touched inappropriately is a genderless story. Sexual enjoyment can be a motive for abusing a child, but it is not the only one. Abusers may want to control someone and feel powerful, or hurt someone for pleasure. Abusers find it easier to act on their desires if they are convinced that what they want to do is okay, that they're more important than the children they abuse, that the abuse isn't harmful, that they deserve or are entitled to it, that part of being a man is sexually dominant, or that the child consented.
More than half of sexually abused children are boys.
School, fearing a loss of reputation to itself, tries to hush up the matter.
Story of boys needs to be told.
Rolling. Action.
काफ़ी अजीब लगेगा सुनकर, but reports tell us that hundreds of kids get abused in India every day. So this is not just my story. This is a story that belongs to every innocent kid that did not deserve to be scarred for their life. And these numbers only represent the reported cases and government surveys. But what about the ones that never reached the police station? Our society has continuously ignored the sexual abuse and exploitation of young boys. एक बार बात तो करके देखो. You'll be stunned to know how every other man you meet will have a sexual abuse incident to share from their childhood. When I first spoke about my story with the world, many men came to me and spoke about the abuse that they had faced. But all of them had chosen to stay silent because of the stigma and the shame that has been attached to it for eons. I was 6 years old when I was abused for the first time, and it continued for the next 10 years. I was burdened with confusion, self-doubt, hate, anger, and so much more. I honestly did not really understand what to do, but because I'd lived with the trauma for such a long time, I did not want to let it ruin me anymore. And then I did what I had to. I broke my silence and I spoke about my truth, and I let people not anymore ruin my story and my own narrative of what my life should be like. In most abuse cases, the abuser belongs to the family, is a part of the family or the known circle. But funnily, लोग यही बात मानने को तैयार नहीं होते. Child sexual abuse को जब तक general neutral lens से नहीं देखा जाएगा, तब तक we will continue to be a part of a patriarchal society that will cage girls, saying that it's protection for them, and let boys continue to be abused. Guess what? This is exactly what the predators target. They know that boys are less watched than girls, and they also truly understand the shame that is attached to it. Research also tells us that parents expect kids to just overcome from their trauma because they're so ashamed to report the cases of boys. Teach young boys also about bad touch. They should be able to come up to you and talk about it. And when they do, believe them. Hold the culprit accountable. My dear fellow survivors, I hear you. I feel you, your grief, your anger, your guilt. I see you. I see you trying to cope up with your confusion, shame. But here's the truth. I want you to know that you do not need to feel shameful, guilty, or scared of someone else's crimes. Yeah. And before I go, एक आखिरी बात. Let's just address this, massive myth about sexual abuse. Sexual abuse has nothing to do with a man's sexuality. It does not alter, it does not change, it does not reflect a man's sexuality. If you were sexually abused and if you're a gay man, that's that. There is no correlation. So if your child has been sexually abused and if he's gay, it has nothing to do with him being sexually abused. People are born gay, not turned into one. So if your child is gay, well, it's because God wanted him to be.